Yeah, hi Sapna, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking out your precious time and for being a part of this show.
Oh, I'm honored and thank you so much for nominating me for such a prestigious event.
You are most welcome. So, Sapna, so
Thank
we to further, could you please give a brief introduction about you to our audience, like what you
Okay,
do, your
okay.
background?
I am Mrs. Sapna Kumar, and I have been brought up in a very conservative family. And since my parents, they did not give me any liberty because I was a girl child. And secondly, I can't say per se I had to face any kind of problems because of that. But okay, I was allowed to think and work within the limited resources which they had provided for me. But my brothers, they had the liberty to think out of the box and do whatever they want to do because they were boys.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, my mother was very protective about me. And since I never thought that my parents they will die ever, I know it is a very weird thought. So uh, I never took them seriously. I always took them for granted, and I became a rebel without a cause. You can say that. And since I was a headache or something like that to them, they got me married at an early age of what I don't know. But I was married and I was very happy कि okay पढ़ाई से जान छूटी and that was the only criteria for me to get married. And immediately I got a baby girl and I was happy. And I got a second child within 2 to 3 years. I was very happy. And secondly, what had happened was I grew up with my children. I grew up with my children. Parenting, I was not at all aware what it is exactly. For me, it was a rocket science. But over a period of years, with trial and error, I think I was able to, I won't say master it, but I was able to do it. Uh, Inculcated my children with the good moral values and gave them the wisdom to decide whatever they want to do in their life. uh, they wanted a laptop. I'll give an example. They wanted a laptop. We told them there is good also in this laptop and there is bad also. It is
Mhm.
up to you to decide whatever you want to choose. We never checked their history. We never did anything. we never we never checked their history. So we trusted them and they have excelled and they have not given us a reason to uh, blame them कि they have not trusted, they have not kept our trust. Now,
Mhm.
be it for them, uh, uh, so they chose their life partners. They have the partners, they whatever they have chosen, we have accepted them, and they are from good family. They are good children. We have been blessed with good children. So, and that's it. I believe life is being good to me.
Okay.
What else do you wish to know?
Okay, okay. So Sapna, as you told, there's always difference between your brother and between you. Like they can think out of the box, but they don't allow you to do anything. So how you cope up with all these things? Like how do you feel at that time?
See, I am basically a very content person. See, so whatever I used to get from my surroundings or from my family, I was very content with that. So I used to find ways to be happy within those resources. Even
Okay.
before I was married, even after I am married. So I used to be happy. I chose happiness over everything. I did not choose. I did not choose frustration or being upset over trivial things. For me, I used to think in a bigger picture. Okay, this
Mhm.
is what it is meant for me to be. It is my destiny. So I will have to be happy with whatever I get. It is not that I've stopped working towards my dreams or whatever I had. Like I'll tell you, I was also very fascinated with my studies. My daughter is very passionate about her study. She wants to study everything,
Okay.
everything on this planet. She wants to study. So when she started doing, when she started taking French classes, when she went for French classes, I also joined her first for 3 months. Okay, then I did MS with her. We both were in same class. I could not give the exam because I had not passed my bachelor's. Immediately, I had got married uh, after my 12th. So I was unable to do my bachelor's. I did my MS, but
Mm-hmm.
I did not get any certificate for that. But I have counseled, you can say, many people across all the age groups without even telling them, that, okay, I'm counseling you. I used to give them the ability, okay, this is your situation, this is your resources. I do not know them very well. You are the person who can judge them. You are the person who can find a way out of them. Define
Mm-hmm.
your priorities, and I'm sure you will find a way out of it. That's
Okay.
how.
Okay, I think this is a big thought that instead of getting frustrated over the small things, मुझे वो नहीं मिला, I didn't get this, you choose happiness and then you get that right to work for it. You start pursuing your dreams. I think that's a
Exactly,
big thing.
exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So Sapna, you told you got married at the early age. So do you have any
Yes,
like in you are I don't know कितने old थे आप, like how old you were at that time when you get married?
I was 19 when I got married. I got my first child at the age of 20. So life started. In fact, my life started after that. Otherwise, I was like, okay, jaisa bol rahe वैसा कर लो. So my
Okay.
husband also was very caring and very loving. He also supported me in every walks of my interest. And I believe whatever I got, it is by the grace of Almighty. And whatever wisdom I have, it is because of grace of His Almighty. So I have absolutely basically no regrets. Yes, I did have my ups and downs. I did have my shortcomings. I did have my frustrations. But what happens, Priya, is that you often ride over your problems or problems ride over you. Sometimes that is the situation. When you are riding your problem, you have the solution. When problem rides you, you don't have the solution. So for
Exactly.
every solution, there is a problem. It is
Hmm.
not that. It is not easy to tackle. Yes, I did have my own depressions. I went through a very bad phase of depressive phase, and I was, you can say, I was depressive for around 10 years. My daughter was the one who had pulled me out. She literally pulled me out of the rut. I often wanted to leave everything and go for no rhyme or reason. Everything was good, loving husband, caring kids, good home, good environment. Society people were good. Everybody was good, but I don't know. There was something that was compelling me to be depressed. So it was my daughter who pulled me out of this rut. So I think I had my own fair shares of struggles and depression, and I chose to overcome them, and I chose not to get frustrated by my problems. My grandmother, she always used to say, अगर बहुत ज़्यादा problem है, take a glass of warm milk at night, go to sleep. Morning में either the problem will vanish or you will find a solution to that. Honestly, trust me on that. You get it. I don't know
Hmm.
what is the funda behind that, but yes, you do get it.
Okay. So like you told, you were depressed around 10 years. So right now,
Yes.
what happened to this generation? We get, sad upon small things and we feel that we are depressed, we are into stress, we are, getting into depression. So how you find your symptoms that you are into depression and how did you overcome that?
See, my depression was mostly, if I want to pinpoint, I was unable to do that. But when over a period of years, when I got out of depression, I came to conclusion of one thing. The only reason people get depressed is because they are non-communicative. They want their own space. And we as parents, as Indian society, we have decided to give our children the much space needed. That's wrong. Very wrong. And most importantly, people are just shrinking into themselves. They are shrinking into their phones. They are shrinking into their own minds. If you see, you will see, for example, if, when we go to CCD and all those cafe shops, you see all the youngsters, they are together, but they are on their phones. They don't have that kind of satisfaction on their face. Okay, I have some smartphone. This is so expensive. My parents have provided it for me. I should be happy for them and I should be grateful to them. They don't. The
Hmm.
reason they want their own space, and we as parents give them their space. Bacha bada hai. We take them to psychologists. We take them to psychiatrists. We give
Yes.
them therapies. I believe that is very wrong. I'm not saying psychologists and therapists are wrong, but yes, child is a sole responsibility of parents. More
Hmm.
importantly, of mother.
Hmm.
She's one, like, see, what happens is in a neo rich family, what happens? A mother is working, a father is working, or even if the mother is not working, she's sleeping because of late night, and the child is being readied by the ayah or that japapai, and father has no time, and he goes to his work, and the mother is sleeping till 1:30. The child comes home, the child eats food, and there are n number of classes to keep the child busy. What is the mother doing in being a parent, in being a mother? She's doing absolutely nothing. Now the question is, if the mother is doing absolutely nothing to the child feels isolated, lonely, and disconnected to the mother, to the parents, to both the parents, because they are never there for the child any time the child needs. So this is how we are creating spaces for our children right from childhood. I believe that should stop. Like initially, what used to happen when there were no mobiles or no much partying, what the mother used to do, she used to wake the child up, she used to give her brush, she used to bathe the child, and she was around, she used to make the breakfast, she used to make the child eat the breakfast. She was around the child till the child goes to school. I think 24/7 she was around the child. So I believe parents are not giving much time to the children, and children are getting misunderstood by the parents because they are driving them to psychiatrists and psychologists. I believe that is the reason depression is so prevalent these days.
Okay. But Sapna, personally, I believe that, child responsible equal, like between the,
Definitely,
yeah.
definitely. Man and woman complement each other.
Yes.
My belief is that no gender is above or below any other gender.
Yeah.
All the genders are equal. If you
Yes.
are parents, you have the responsibility of a child, then only you will become a parent. Definitely, na. So you have the responsibility to make the child feel okay, you are wanted, you don't feel lonely, we are always there for you. When the child feels that much of security, are always at bay. There is no reason that depression will creep in the child or in the family.
Yeah, exactly. So, क्या हो रहा है, like in today's time, people, children are not able to talk with the parents. As a result, they try to find someone outside, or the result is might sometimes they might get a good company, but sometimes they all come into the bad company and all those things and depression, and there's always lack of communication. So I think the parent should properly communicate with the child, and child should also communicate with the
Give
parent.
them time and be communicative and be there for them every hour, single hour of the day. I believe that. Like you
Yeah,
also said,
yeah, exactly. So like Sapna, when you start decided to start your study with your daughter, so what challenges you faced? It was very easy for you to do all the things, manage the household or study, or
yeah, see, the problem is that Priya, after certain years, for a housewife, the house is on a auto mode. Okay, she employs maids. She's there only to manage all the maids, and she's there to be with the children. So I believe household work is not that much per se. It's not that I have, if I have five maids, the day that all the maids don't come, I am the one who's working. I'm the one who's cooking. I'm the one who's swapping, sweeping, washing clothes, washing utensils. So I believe if you are ready to do all this work, and sorry, what was your question? I lost the thread.
No, like what challenges did you face,
Oh,
while
challenges.
studying?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, challenges. Okay. So the challenges per se, I did not face any because I had a very cooperative family, and the only stress which I had during the time which I had joined with my daughter, MS in psychology, was that my mother was suffering from cancer, and she died during that time when I was going through this MS. So that was a very depressive phase and very lonely phase for me. So that is the only challenge which I faced. Otherwise, there was no challenge. In fact, me and my daughter, we enjoyed both of us enjoyed each other's company, like sitting in the same class, asking the questions which she was asking, I also was asking. It was quite fun in a
Yeah,
way.
making the notes together, taking
Exactly,
selfies, and
exactly.
all those things.
Yeah, my daughter and myself, we are poles apart. She was like one of those front benchers in her whole academic career. She was like one of those front benchers, and I was that gunda hooligan types backbencher. So we are sitting on the same row, and I'm talking, and she's saying, "Mama, please chup raho, meko sunne do. Mama, please chup raho, meko sunne do." So that is how it was fun for me. But it was not fun for her because I was disturbing her all the time.
Yeah. So I think I should ask, what fun did you have with your daughter instead of challenges while studying?
Exactly. That would be a better this thing. She, myself and she, we joined the gym together. Okay. What happened was once we were going in the lift, the gym was on ninth floor, and there was this guy. He was carrying a dabba. I had not eaten anything, so I asked my daughter, "इससे पूछना इसने डब्बे में क्या लाया है? I want to eat." She said, "Mama, I'm not with you." Most of the time, she will tell me, "Mama, I'm not with you. Please don't. Please don't stay with me. Please don't stand. I'm not with this woman." So this is how
Okay. Mhm.
she tries to lighten up things.
So
That is
you are
how.
setting a daughter, mother and daughter goals for coming generation for other people, I guess.
Exactly. Her friends are more friendly with me. They
Okay.
are very much connected with me on Facebook, Insta, everywhere they're connected. They do not talk to her much. They tell me, "Auntie, हम आपके लिए आए हैं." I said, "ठीक."
So did you make the tiffin for her friends or for your daughter?
Sorry.
Did you, make the tiffin for her friends? Like it's very common now. Like mother used to make tiffin for her daughter, but I think you used to make the tiffin for her friends.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, all the friends they tell शिफाली कि हम लोग जब तेरे घर आते हैं, आंटी हमको बिना खिलाए भेजती नहीं है. And they all relish. They still remember the dishes which I make for them, which I prepared for them. They still remember. So in a way, like I was more compatible to her friends than she was.
Okay. So Sapna, I want to know one best memory you have with your daughter.
One best memory.
Yes.
I don't think so. I can pinpoint one best memory, but yes, the day I held her when she was born for the very first time, I think that was the beautiful memory, and nothing can surpass that. Only her daughter, when I held her on 1st March last year, that was close enough, but not to the extent that what I felt when I held her. That was close enough with my daughter, granddaughter.
Okay, okay. So like you told, your husband is, very caring and sportive.
Anji.
So yeah, so I want to know, about him as well, like the way you told about your daughter. Like he helps you in what manner, in what way?
If I tell you the definition of a marriage in one simple sentence, we are happily married. I'm happy he's married. So, like
God.
he tells everybody, I am bringing up 3 children and my wife is bringing up 2 children. So you
Yeah.
can imagine the kind of equation I have with him. He
Yeah.
is elder to me by 5 years in age.
Mm,
In experience, he's elder to me by 50 years or so. I don't know. He is a self-made man and he has given me so much of confidence to do whatever I want to do. He has never asked me to ye mat kar, tu yahan mat ja, ye mat kar. He has given me all the confidence. So I believe if you choose happiness, happiness chooses you. I believe that. So
exactly.
life has a very simple funda.
Hmm. Sapna, what happened that in today's, generation, also in 20s also, some people are not that much supportive towards their wife. They still feel that women should be in the four walls. So what message you want to give to them?
See, I would like to tell them, okay, if you are conservative about that on a front, that you should not allow the females of the house to go out or venture out. I won't say that is wrong per se because that is the thinking they have been brought up with. And thinking does not change overnight. For them, I would like to tell them broaden your understanding, broaden the spectrum of your understanding, and see the difference. What difference that woman will bring to your home. That's it, I believe. That's
Okay.
how it is.
Yeah. So Sapna, you're all-rounder person.
Oh my God,
So
no, no.
so we want to know what else you do. Like you are into psychology, you are, you do many other things. So we
I do
want
Vastu, I do numerology, I do color therapy. I am into metaphysics. So something that does not require degrees because I do not have any kind of degree per se. So that's I do have 2 or 3 brain bench degrees. That's it. Otherwise, I don't have any degrees. So whatever I have learned, it's self-taught, and I prefer to learn from everybody, be it a maid, be it my children, be it anybody. I prefer to learn from them. So that's it, I believe.
okay. So any one decision you are proud of, like you have taken any one that particular decision which make you, proud of yourself. Like yes, Sapna, this time you did it right.
Yes. See that thing that I am proud of is I would not say I'm proud of it per se. I'm blessed. I'm blessed by the Almighty to have such a wonderful family, to have such wonderful friends, such understanding acquaintances I have. So I am in a way blessed. I don't feel proud or I don't feel pride of anything. I do not have pride. Baki, haan, yes, that one moment, if you say, would be that the moment when I got out of depression and the decision that I made that time was, okay, I choose to be happy. I choose to be grateful. I choose to be empathetic and compassionate towards positivity and happiness. That is the moment when I decided that I want all these things in my life under every circumstances.
Okay, great. So Sapna, as you told, you're all, as I told, you're all rounder. You are into every stream. So like, did you have, help any other person over there, and you are also, right now also you're connected with that person. Any incident where you help any other women or man over there, which you remember?
See, actually, this counseling thing has been with me for a very long time, from a very long time. Uh, I'll tell you one incident. This female, she was actually that my daughter's friend's mother. Like we meet in school often. Okay, देखा हुआ है हमारे बेटी की स्कूल में आपकी बेटी भी पढ़ती है. I was not acquainted with her, but okay, I knew that her daughter is in my daughter's school. One day it so happened I was just standing out and talking with my another friend, or I was waiting for my maid. I don't know why good reason I was standing on the in front of my gate. This female comes running down the road with her hair shiveled and she was looking all frustrated and she was crying. And I stopped her. I brought her in. I gave her a glass of water and I told her, I gave her, made a cup of tea for her. I sat beside her. And I told her, "Oh, whatever the problem is, I don't know what your problem is, but it is not much bigger than your thought. It is not much bigger than your attitude. Whatever the problem is." After finishing her cup of tea, she said, "Mrs. Kumar, it is because of you that I have decided not to commit suicide. Otherwise," she was wearing no chappals also. She was just running like a mad person on the road. "It is Bolti because of you I have decided not to commit suicide." When her daughter got married, she introduced me to her son-in-law as "ये है ऐसी lady जिनकी वजह से I'm standing here. I'm breathing because of her." So there are more examples and more incidents and more anecdotes that I would like to share. But right now, I'm totally blank. I don't know. I'm clueless now.
No, no worries. You can text me anytime when you remember it. So Sapna, mostly, what happened, like you married at 19, then have children, and then you decided to start again with your studies. So what happened right now? Also, some women are, suffering from all these things. They don't know like how they can start again. So could you please share some small steps or some, tricks and tips which can help them to start again and all those things?
See, first and foremost, a person, anybody, women or men, anybody should have a clarity of their dream, a clarity upon what they want to do, basically. Then they can prioritize their dreams, or then they can have options. Okay, this is available for me, this is not available for me. They can have a list, thereby they can segregate as to what is available for them and what is not available for them. And they can, that way they will, I find it very easy to go about it, very easy for them. It is basically, it is very simple method and a simple steps where you can go about it.
Yeah, okay. So my last question from you is that, please share some advice or what message you want to give all the women over there, like what they should do, or any message from your side to all those people.
See, I personally, I believe I am not that, I do not possess that kind of wisdom so that I can deliver any kind of message. But yes, I would like to say, broaden the spectrum of your understanding to everybody so that you have understanding towards another human being and you have empathy towards another human being. You are compassionate towards another human being. Because see, anger is a very, it's like quicksilver. It goes in seconds, it can ruin you. So it is better to maintain your calm, do some yoga, do meditation. I am not saying this because it is good or it is right, but because I myself have practiced it. I myself am practicing it. I know it is always very difficult to walk on a right path, walk on correct path. But then ultimately what happens is, in our society, we say, okay, सब तो कर रहे हैं ना, हम भी करें तो चलता है. If you have that chalta wala attitude, so I believe that is the killer thing that breaks that very thin line between right and wrong. So if you have that chalta wala hai attitude, so that's wrong. If you say, okay, no matter what, I have to get up at 6 o'clock, I will get up at 6 o'clock. No matter what, you have to tell yourself, motivate yourself. Motivation is the most difficult thing, but it is achievable. And that is what makes you tick. That is what makes you who you are.
Yeah, exactly. From the motivation word, I remember you are a motivational speaker since 2002. So, do you, can you please share any motivation speech or quote which always motivates you to do and push your boundaries?
I always have this one motivational quote which I have made my status on sunshinemotivating.com. I will always compete with the best in me, and I will always. Yeah, just a minute, I forgot my own written quote.
No, no,
Yes,
take your time, no
no, no,
worries.
I got it. I will always compete with the best in me, and I will always be the worst in me. So I would. No, it's wrong. I believe. I don't remember now. I'm sorry. I have just
No
lost
worries.
it.
You can share any another which you remember right now.
I remember that this one was my favorite. You can say. I choose to be happy. Happy. I choose to be happy. Happiness is my mojo. You can say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Yes,
think that's the best quote. Everyone should choose happiness, and happiness, what makes you closer with your goals, I guess.
exactly.
Yeah, and as you told, to start, to wake up early and to, set your goals. I think these are the small, small habits which
Exactly.
every person should,
Every
should made in their life and should
you
grow.
don't need anybody to tell you that. You can do it on your own self. You don't need anybody to tell you
Yeah.
what type of dincharya you should have. In Ayurveda, it is called dincharya. What type
Mm-hmm.
of dincharya you should have. See, in Ayurveda, it is said, "Jaisa khaiye an, waisa hota man." So, as you eat food, the food needs to be digested as per the body clock. You can't have food in the night and expect it to be digested by morning. There are certain digestive juices which are flowing in your gut, in your intestines, in your stomach, which help you to digest the food at a particular hour. There, after some time, it will be converted into acidity. That is why acidity, high blood pressure, these diabetes, these are all lifestyle problems. So if you maintain a dincharya, positive dincharya, it is said if you take bath before 8, you are taking Dev Snan. 8 to 10 is Manushya After 10 is Rakshasnan. So mostly people are taking Rakshasnan. So जैसी जिसकी क्रिया वैसी उसकी बुद्धि. This is how things are. No matter how much advanced we become, no matter how much modern we are, but the civilization that we are coming from, that is 10,000 years old. They hold water in whatever they say. There has to be a reason for
Yeah, even my mother told me when before getting up in the morning we should always touch the the earth, Mother Earth. We should thank
yes.
her.
You should
And
look in your palms and say thank you.
yeah, and then rubbing the eyes
Um,
before doing after
in
doing
your
meditation. Yeah, and yeah, she also told me all these things. Ki make sure to take bath before the sunrise and make sure to
yes.
eat your dinner before 7 p.m. and all those things. And I think that this all these things make impact in one's life.
They are supposed to be in your life. It is just the influence of West that we have adopted over generations of time that has spoiled the essence of it. Right now, the West people are turning towards our culture. They want yoga. They want everything from here because we are one of the oldest civilizations. Initially, we were Sanatan Dharam. Hinduism came afterwards.
Yes. Yeah, even the one of the famous author, international author Jay Shetty, he also, used to come to India, and he, used to settle up with the monk, trying to learn all their things, and then he wrote a book like Think Like a Monk. Jay Shetty is the author of that book.
Yes, yes,
He,
yes, yes. Like
yeah, he used to come to in the India, then do all the things what monk do. He used to observe and bring all that change in his life. So I
great.
think that we have the great science, we have the great history, we have the great things. It's just that one should follow to achieve,
Exactly. Exactly.
proper body and all those things. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's all from my side. Sapna, do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you first and lastly, I would like to thank your team. I believe appreciation is a food for soul. You are definitely giving soul food to so many people. Yesterday, you gave so many certificates, and I'm sure you must have all got so many blessings from everybody. You're doing a great job. Keep up doing the great job. May your tribe increase. May God bless you, you, your team, everybody on board. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much for this kind words, Sapna. It means a lot to me and to my team. Yeah, so thank you so much for your precious time again, and
Thank you.
I hope to connect with you again in future. Yeah,
Sure.
that's all from my side. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much,
Thank you
Sapna.
so
Take
much.
care.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Bye
bye.
bye. God bless.
Thank you, Sapna. Bye.